Meditation is all about kindness and friendliness. So let's begin by being nice and kind and friendly to our own bodies by giving it a nice stretch. Just check what posture and position you're in. Is it always the same, and is that the right posture for you today? Turn your attention to your body, how your body's feeling, aches and pains, or that sense of relaxation. Maybe you're getting into your position habitually, which is fine, but maybe it needs to be a bit more different today. Maybe you want to sit a bit more upright, or maybe you want to lie down in a different way. Maybe you need to be in a different room or outside. Sometimes you even need to be just gently walking as you're listening. So just check in and see what's the right thing for you. And I know the right thing for me is to have a little stretch. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Stretching out my back. I'm just gently lifting my shoulders up towards my ears and holding it for a few moments. Deep breath in and just letting it drop. And then rotating the shoulders in one direction and then the other. And then I'm going to give my arms a bit of a shake. Opening and closing my hands. And always like to have a nice big stretch towards the sky. And maybe stretching out my feet towards the earth. The earth sky stretch. And then releasing it. And then making sure I stretch out my face as well, giving my jaw a bit of a wiggle and shaking my eyebrows around as if I'm excited. And then testing my frown and my smile, working well. Good. And sometimes I like to lean my head back just gently and forward to find that point of balance. As I'm seated, I just want to balance my head on my neck and shoulders. It's a nice little exercise to do. So there's that sense of balance on your head, on your shoulders. And it's almost as gradually slowing your movements like a pendulum. You'd be swinging at the beginning and moving. But after a few minutes, it slows down more and more to eventually the pendulum becomes absolutely still, perfectly naturally. So invite a natural stillness to come to your body. And checking in with your bodily sensations as a whole. And now, if you're willing to do so, I invite you to pick one part of your body that may be a bit more achy or tense or tight. And if you're up for it, I invite you to move your attention towards that part of your body. For me, it's a certain part of my back and also a certain part of my shoulders. You find what parts of your body feel tense or tight. And just begin by noticing the sensation and seeing what the shape of that sensation is. Is it like a small ball? Is it like a rod? Is it spiky? Maybe it's not very clear. And if not, it's a great opportunity to keep resting your attention there to find out. Now, as you rest your attention there may be a sense of discomfort, not enjoying it perhaps. See if you can create this attitude, this space of letting it be, of acceptance. One way to do that is to gently smile as you're feeling the sensation. Another way is to feel the sensation together with your breathing. And perhaps it helps to remember that cultivating acceptance is a very healthy mind state, perhaps one of the healthiest, because this sensation is already here. So you may as well let it be. This sensation may also have a certain color. See what color it is. If you could imagine it, what color does it have? If you're not sure, that's fine, but don't give up too quickly. Just persevere a little if that feels right for you. See what color it might be. Feeling the sensation and letting it be with your breathing. And getting closer to the sensation and cultivating curiosity. So we're starting to learn the shape, the color. What about the texture? Is it smooth or rough? What's the texture of the sensation in your body? Now I want to remind you of a very important point, and that is that you are not this sensation. You are the observer. The very fact that you can notice it means that you are not it. You're that which is watching it, which is completely free, formless, and completely peaceful. So the idea is not to get rid of this sensation at all, it's just to learn from it, to learn to be with the more difficult sensations and experiences. We've explored the colors of it potentially. I wonder if it has a sound associated with it. Or perhaps if you could talk to it, if you could sit down and have a cup of tea and coffee with this sensation, what would it say to you? I'm sure it appreciates you listening to what it has to say. See what questions you want to ask the sensation, keeping the questions nice and friendly and open and curious. Like, how are you doing? What brings you here? How can I help? Remembering to say that it's very welcome to be here. And I just want to remind you that this is all an invitation. You can always practice this meditation however feels right for you. That's much more beneficial and powerful and meaningful than doing what I say if it doesn't feel right. Now I invite you to see if you can fully accept this sensation just the way it is, with all its flaws and its imperfections. Letting it be just the way it is. Because this is a present moment experience. And there's always something to learn when you're in the present moment. Now, when you're ready to do so, you can open up and expand your awareness to your whole body, bringing the same kind and accepting attention. Noting the natural breathing that's happening by the body. Just as your body naturally beats your heart, it also naturally breathes using your lungs. So let's spend a few minutes feeling our breathing. Remember that meditation is not something that you do as such. It's something that comes to you. Just like the breathing comes to you and you feel it. So let the whole experience of meditation come to you in its own way. And in one sense, you don't have to do anything. And just let it naturally unfold. As we've been practicing some acceptance today, I'd like to share with you a quote from a teacher called Byron Katie that I came across today. Here's the quote. Life is simple. Everything happens for you, not to you. Everything happens at exactly the right moment, neither too soon nor too late. You don't have to like it. It's just easier if you do. I'll read that again. I invite you to listen in a way that's perhaps different to how you normally listen to words. You don't need to analyze it or think about it too much. Almost like listening to a piece of music. So here it is again. Life is simple. Everything happens for you, not to you. Everything happens at exactly the right moment, neither too soon nor too late. You don't have to like it. It's just easier if you do. So in our last few minutes of practice, I invite you to practice mindfulness however you wish. And I invite you to remember that you don't have to like it. But as she says, it's easier if you do. So, as we come towards the end of our meditation, perhaps ending the way that we began, bringing a gentle smile that symbolizes accepting the present moment just as it is, knowing that acceptance comes first and the change comes later. And any insights you may have had, even tiny ones, wherever the insight was for you, bringing that into your day or evening. Let's finish by listening to the sounds of the bell.